Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Freedom League Dark and the Multiverse of the Master Mage. Don't stop me now. Thank you for joining us for your weekly dose of superhero shenanigans. My name is Alex, and I will be your humble game master this evening. We have gathered some banana-themed heroes today. Say, all hail the Banana Queen heroes. Amazing. That one goes out to Kat, who is unfortunately not able to be with us this evening, thanks to some bronchitis, which is another B word. I do want to give everyone a chance to tell us a little bit about themselves, the character they'll be playing tonight, and have them answer my question of the day, which is, what is your favorite store at the mall, past or present? And I will start with Jonesy, because he's technically the one closest to me now.
I will have to say, uh, set the way back machine to the days of Yon before most of you were born. Um, Walden Books, because I used to buy, I bought my original Dragonlance novels at Walden bookstores, and I would pick up old school D&D adventures at the Walden bookstore, and I met,
Sci-Fi Fantasy Club at Walden Books. Yeah.
yes, and I actually met two really good friends at a Walden bookstore. They were sitting there talking about stats. They're looking at stats for Teen Titans in the DC Old Mayfair Games book, and I'm like, and they're looking at those stats are all wrong. He's better than that. And I laughed and joked and said, "You're obviously talking about the wrong character, because it's only Aquaman, Aqualad. He's going to be in a coma soon." Um, and her friend chimed in, was like, well, "Who's your favorite?" I'm like, "Well, it's obviously Roy Harper." And she's like, "Okay, you can stay." And that's how I met my friends Leah and Heather. So yeah. And so as far as who I'm playing tonight, I'm playing Mortis, our living dead guy, and Master Mage of Necromancy. So I'll kick it over to Kevin.
Gosh, a whole new dimension of trauma, courtesy of our GM. I mean,
The
Gen X. I'm a
past.
Gen X mall rat. Like because we weren't allowed in the house, so obviously I lived at the mall. Um, I mean, there was so much going on at the mall for those of you who only see it in movies. Although I will echo Jonesy, and of course, the other thing about the mall is there would be three different bookstores, and they didn't all have the same things necessarily. Like there was variety instead of this pasteurized blah that everything is now. Uh, Although, as much as I enjoyed the bookstores to find my favorite nerdery books, I feel like I enjoyed the music store a little bit more just because I don't know, like people kind of in the bookstore were in their own section. So you could meet, other people there, but like I don't know. You go through the music set and you meet people, you talk to them, kind of like you do online now, but you don't actually see each other's face. But like you were like doing social things. It was amazing. The mall was amazing. And then there's the arcade, kind of fast food place in the food court. I don't know. You could live there because at Gen X we weren't allowed to go home. That was traumatic. Anyway, so I'll be playing Overdrive, uh, who is faster on his feet than I am talking, which is saying something. And with that, I will kick it down to Super Andy, who hopefully will answer all our questions tonight.
Can't answer all your questions, but hi guys, I'm Andy. I'm here for our superhero shenanigans on Wednesday nights, and tonight I am playing Resonant, our resident gem mage. To answer Alex's question of the day, let's see. It's a toss-up. My mall era times were later than Kevin and Jonesy, but the bookstore was obviously one of my favorite places in the mall. The KB Toy was also one of my favorite places in the mall. For the stores. I would also actually have to say the mall that was closest to my house, the one that we went to the most often, had an Arthur Treacher's in the food court. And like just going over there and getting like a side of hush puppies for your trip around the mall was a good trip. But yeah, like there were a decent number of I mean, the mall wasn't huge, but there was an arcade, there was the movie theater in the mall. There are a lot of good places in the mall, but the bookstore and KB Toys would be top of my list. Let's pass it over to Calvin. Find out about Canadian malls.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
What's that exchange rate like? I mean,
I don't recognize any of those stores. I'm Calvin. I'm playing Bowman, the agile archer with the awesome array of arrows. Um, and to answer the question of the day, so I guess my favorite store, since we're allowed to pick ones that no longer exist, um, there was a store called Zellers, that's been closed for like over a decade at this point. It's basically, I think Target is the closest reference. Um, there was just this one particular one at a mall that I really liked because they always had like all the newest Lego stuff, and then the escalator going from the lower floor went like right into the electronics. And Child Calvin really enjoyed that because all of it looked really fun and cool to him, especially coming down the escalator like that. And if I had to pick a place that was still open, if you could pick food places, then I would pick the surprisingly Canadian New York fries because they have really good poutine.
What?
I know. I was very surprised to find out that it is actually Canadian. Uh, and with that confusing answer, I will pass it over to Deuce.
Howdy, everybody. I'm the Deuce. I'm the Dole to Kevin's Chiquita Banana of the Untold Stories Project. I'm playing Gator Man. If you take a gator and take a man and slap them together, there you go. And right. There's so many good stores at the mall, but I decided to go with Spencer's. For those in the know, you know. For those not in the know, if you need an inflatable chair, a black light, uh, Rammstein's first album, and a T-shirt
random
from a
sex
band that has
toys.
well, that's like, yeah. Um, and purely recreational toys. You can get it all in one stop. It's great. I mean, there's so much stuff, and the smell is like nothing else you will ever smell in your life. Um, it's kind of one of those core memories. Like if you're a trading card player, you open a pack of cards, you know that smell. If you are old like other Kevin and I, bubble gum in cards, that was a thing. Or Spencer's, it has a smell. Um, but yeah, just the sheer what the fudge am I going to find makes it a truly interesting place. And one you always got to stop in because who knows what you're going to run into. So yeah, and with that, I'll pass it back to Alex.
My answer is Aladdin's Castle Arcade. That was my favorite at the mall we went to growing up. I mean, I loved Walden Books too, but the arcade was always, that's the place I got to hang out while my parents got to go shop, which was so cool. My dad would give us like $20 in quarters and come and get us in 5 or 6 hours.
Is there some kind of temporal displacement taking place in Ohio? Because I don't feel like you're old enough to have seen those stores before they closed.
There's temporal displacement. Ohio is about 10 years behind the rest of the world.
Ah, okay.
That was the trick. Yeah, I went to the Ohio Valley Mall down in the panhandle of
oh.
West Virginia. So they probably still
So
have
what-
those stores down there.
Oh, they might.
No comment. So what was your favorite arcade cabinet? That's the curious question. If you're blowing quarters, what's the first machine?
I always liked the buck hunting game with the orange rifle, or the Star Wars cabinet was another one of my favorite, where you got to play all three movies in the big chair, and you get to sometimes be a spaceship, sometimes be a Jedi. It was cool.
There were a number of Star Wars arcade games that were really cool. Because it was funny, because like after Return of the Jedi, until Timothy Zahn's novels, like the West End Star Wars role-playing game and the arcade was the only place you still found Star Wars, mid to late 80s.
That's crazy. There was a pod racer game that was really cool in the arcade.
Well, that came out later, yeah.
when
I mean, by
growing
that
up.
point, Star Wars Mania was back by the time of the prequels.
What a good time.
Indeed.
So now I'm going to recap what happened last week for all of our benefit, but especially Kevin's. And for me. Kevin missed the abracadabra fight. That's what Kevin missed.
Yeah.
So previously on Frequently Dark in the Multiverse of the Master Mage, our heroes found themselves cornered, quote unquote, in a ruined grocery convenience store at the mercy of Abracadabra, who had a little bit of a glow up. He had a couple of tigers named Fifi and Fifi, who were fun. And he did the best alliteration ever.
Oh no.
I'm sure
Yeah,
everybody
alliterated
agrees.
Calvin?
I think it was superior, but I'm
Wow.
biased.
He did pretty good.
He did have some whimsical wordplay that was,
Interesting.
while Withering was whimsical.
Really digging
Withering.
deep there, Deuce.
Yeah. Whew.
Hey,
Man.
I'm going to earn it, what I say.
You need some Bengay for that stretch he just pulled.
But
Give Jonesy a hero point. That was pretty good.
our heroes did manage to best him in the long run, which was very sad for me. Afterwards, Overdrive and Tracy rolled a 98 for her initiative, and it was a big deal to everybody.
Huh? Jeez, I did miss it.
Yeah, lots of important Overdrive things happened while Overdrive wasn't here.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, but you and Tracy decided to go off and rescue the civilians, while our heroes decided to put a stop to Dr. Simeon's evil plan of driving around the middle of the mall in a big old truck, trying to secure some kind of briefcase. He stole the sexy Latin guy they were looking for. In which our heroes gave pursuit. And in the midst of doing so, we discovered the Banana Queen. Our beloved Centuria has a new title to go with all the other things that Centuria is famous for. Our heroes were able to vanquish Dr. Simeon, placing him in a sort of mind-controlled stasis, working at the Banana Republic alongside the other Banana Minions. And our heroes have reunited, ready to head off into the service tunnels to track down the Sophie zombie of this universe, who seems to be the host for the queen that is causing all of the zombies.
This World Mall in 1991, Danger Danger, and Skid Row, hair metal bands unite, had songs called Monkey Business in 1991.
Ooh. I'm from 1991.
Oh. Got up.
Just in the wind.
Seriously. You're my boy, Blue.
But yeah, we'll sort of drop back in with our heroes as they figure out their next course of action, standing in the center of the mall in the big field.
Wait, there's a mall in a field?
There's a giant park in the middle of the mall.
Oh, okay.
Once
I mean, it's
everybody's,
like the mall was in the park and not the park was in the mall. I was inside out. It's not good.
it's okay. It's a regular mall. It's not an outdoor mall.
Okay, that's want to make sure.
Yeah, it just has a park in the middle of it.
Okay, see that makes sense to me, but not a mall in the middle of a park. That's crazy.
Preposterous.
I guess once everyone's back together, we'll just head in the direction of the closest entry to the steam tunnels.
Perfect. Overdrive Tracy will take you and the survivors back to the movie theater to lock in, and she'll wish you luck on going to go stop the bad guy.
Yeah, someday we're gonna sort all this out. It's gonna work out.
Yeah, hopefully I won't have powers anymore after this is over.
Is it really so bad?
It's been pretty bad here because every time I use my powers, the zombies get bigger.
Oh yeah, that business. Well, that's not how it is everywhere.
Yeah, I sort of like you being the superhero. I don't know. This speedster thing seems a little dangerous.
You've been talking to Gator Man, haven't you?
Not talking to, he gave me a look, and I recognized it from that time he ate that kid in Emerald City.
Oh, yeah, that I was trying to put that out of my mind. So thanks for that. But anyway, well, the team is off, so you hold tight. We'll be back soon.
For more information about the kid Gatorman ate in Emerald City, please tune in to City of Destiny.
Or Gatorman's cooking show coming this fall.
Mysterious boy flambe.
Oh, wow.
Wrong universe.
That's all right.
Cross the streams.
That has such a different meaning these days. Oh.
All right, but But Overdrive will be back moments after the chaos has died down.
Mhm.
I mean, walking at a normal speed, so it's not to trigger more zombies. Whew! How do you guys live at this pace all the time? This is obscene.
Happily.
You would say that.
Everything handled with the civilians.
Yes, they're back at the movie theater, safe and sound. Hopefully, all's well. We can get this mess sorted out.
Yeah, Adrian's dropped a bunch of random villains here to, I don't know, hold down the fort. She kind of gestures over to a mind-controlled uh,
Dr.
Simeon,
Simeon.
Dr. Simeon, who is wandering the Banana Republic.
Well, if it's keeping him quiet for now, I guess that's all we can hope for.
Yeah. Let's find what we need and get out of here. Get
Yeah.
Tracy back home.
Yes.
Obviously, the answer to all of our problems is in sharper image. Next to natural wonders.
Frank will sort of look at everybody, not to be a bee in your bonnet or anything, but do we have a plan for going into the steam tunnels? Since you guys aren't supposed to be using your powers?
I'm pretty low in sugar. Did anybody spot an Orange Julius in here somewhere?
Sure, there's one over at the food court.
There's a Dippin' Dots like a store over. That'll work.
Frank will hand you a jug of coffee creamer.
Ugh.
Yeah, dude, bro. Like, the creamer? No.
Straight from the jug. That's the way we do it.
Yeah. That's
Just
probably why
in
there's
times.
zombies running around this place. I'll pass. Thanks.
He just takes the cap off and drinks right from the jug.
I mean, Resident will look at Frank. We can gear up with stuff that you found around the mall, but we're not going to be able to stop this without using our powers. And if I can contain things, that should help. But not everybody, and she'll look over at Centuria and Bowman, not everybody has a flamboyantly special power. And she's talking about, like, our
What are you
her
talking about?
magic, the necromancy that Mortis does.
Flamboyant are we now?
Yes, words. Some people are more, they're more subtle with their powers.
Say
and with their
resonant.
abilities.
This powers fueling zombies is an eldritch thing, right?
It is. Yeah.
It means it has to be some kind of magical riptide thing going on. Is there any way you can cut off the flow so we can use our powers and not fuel the zombies?
I did in that first fight. Something about it in the abracadabra encounter was a little bit stronger. I wasn't able to push through it. Mortis and I working together, maybe we can do something to nullify the area to start with, or at least tamp it down.
Yeah, because I mean, you're kind of right. We're going to need our powers to do this, and yet.
I mean, that's going to be our best bet, is doing something to impede what Eldritch has done here before we go all out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I don't want to be a bummer, but there's 53,594 zombies in those tunnels.
And you know
oddly
that
specific
precise number. How?
That's the number that pops up on the thingy up here when I kill that many zombies. That means I won the game.
Okay.
He points up in the air.
We don't see anything over Frank's head.
No.
Okay. Right. Frank's
So it's where the Xbox achievement pops up. And I feel like that many souped up zombies is probably a problem even for all your powers.
I mean, we could, if we want to take a little bit of time, I could work on a ritual.
I suspect, Resident, and this is just a guess, but that there has to be some sort of necromantic component because it's being channeled into the living dead.
that wouldn't be off the mark, I wouldn't think. I haven't really gotten a sense of the magic yet. It was kind of all I could do to keep it at bay during our first encounter, our first zombie encounter when we got here, and it was abracadabra. That was off-putting to say the least. So, yeah, why don't we take a little bit of time? We can gather up some stuff for everybody else, and you and I can maybe see about doing something to weaken Adrian's effect on this place.
I mean, it's one big queen bee, right? So what if you just dealt with the one bee or took control of it, and then all the zombies do what we do say?
Well, we do have the mind control technology now. Maybe we can take care of the hive without having to kill the queen.
Fuck.
Frank, language.
Wow. Who said that? Where did that come from? Omnipotent cursing.
You have a
Obviously,
lobby in there, Frank? That is not cool.
Well, I mean, that's not a bad idea, Bowman.
No, it's not a bad idea, Bowman.
I'm glad you
That's for
agreed,
your mole
Frank.
trauma. Revenge.
Why don't we get Dr. Simeon to help us work on it while Mortis and I put together a ritual?
All right, well, we might not have a lot of time, so
Yeah.
let's get to it.
Also, Bowman, I think we could soup up this car that we stole. I mean, that you won.
Oh, I'm definitely doing
Where
that.
did we get Frank again?
Going into steam tunnels, Bowman, the car is not going to be helpful.
Yeah, no, I'm bringing it back home.
Alrighty, Alex.
Alrighty then.
What would you like from us?
To put the mind control genie back in the bottle.
Well, that and
Oh no, the genie never goes back in the bottle.
My bad. Didn't even think about that. Let's do a challenge sequence. Since we have some plans, we're gonna make a ritual. We're gonna build a mind control helmet for a bumblebee. Frank wants to build weapons for you guys. So Frank's gonna go do that. Mortis and Resonant, both of y'all give me an expertise magic check.
this is combined, so teamwork will.
Yes,
Fit in?
teamwork will apply if you both have if
Teamwork
either
will
of you have the
apply.
teamwork advantage.
I'm putting the bonus from teamwork into the roll. That's chop. 47, Alex.
Perfect. Hassan, chop.
do I really even need to roll after that?
No.
Perception,
Expertise magic, not perception.
Damn you, lag. I clicked it. It scrolled after I.
Oh. There you go.
38.
Wow. Is that with the +5, Mortis?
No, that is
Oh,
not
you-
without.
Or do you have teamwork? Mortis
I know.
has teamwork. Okay.
I don't.
Well, 38 and
That-
47 are both really good rolls.
We both hit this. We both rolled the same on the die.
Let me roll something real quick.
I do have a couple of points I haven't spent yet. So
I also rolled an 18 on the dice. That's weird.
Wow.
Statistics, how do they work?
They don't.
You had a
Um,
5% chance to roll an 18.
It's true.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the math on 3 of that happening in a row is significantly slimmer than 5%.
It is. I do the math, but still 5%.
No.
5% 3 times.
Law of averages, or
I don't know. I don't know how math works.
Higher than 0 and less than 5.
Thank you, Calvin.
So, by your powers combined, you're reasonably sure that you're able to create an area around the team that you can use your powers without causing additional trouble. You think that people will have to function within about 120 feet of you to avoid
Okay.
causing trouble. But
Cool.
powers used outside of that radius will feed into the ambient power level problem. But what does it look like as you two put this amazing ritual together?
So, Resonant is familiar with Eldritch's magics, having visited Seven often while she was in training. So she's probably basically like just expanding her senses to be able to see Eldritch's markings in the area, and she'll point stuff out to Mortis that looks necromantic or looks or feels necromantic, so that he can take a look at it and delve in deeper.
Mortis, anything you'd like to add?
So Mortis, obviously with the Gregorian chant CD playing in the background from Natural Wonders, he is basically tying those into that field basically, and is basically going to be setting up basically a runic circle that as we activate the ritual will rise up and kind of hover around us, invisible, which is what where that barrier is what within that field we're going to be. And
Excellent.
it's specifically tied to sigils and runes related to the crossroads, death, necromancy, stuff like that. Because whatever energy he's using is feeding the undead, and therefore I'm basically setting up a counter field.
Perfect.
Did we just
Overdrive.
create the biggest turn on dead barrier?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, since we now have a safe zone, whereupon my quickness rank 6 can be used without a great deal of concern, and my technology 11 might be used to help construct a mind control device, I will assist our resident Brainiac as fast as possible to get this device built.
Awesome. Gatorman and Bowman, are you also helping with the mind control device, or is this an Overdrive Doc Simeon sort of jam?
Yeah, Bowman is definitely involved because he was very worried about actually having to kill Zombophie.
there's only one person who understands how to deal with bees, and that's Gator Man. He's friends to all the animals.
All right. Well, I guess the three of you go ahead and give me technology checks or another relevant skill that you think would apply.
And I do have the teamwork advantage.
Awesome. You'll get the +5 bonus, and
That's not a feat, it's an advantage. Sorry. Well, thank goodness for that +5. That's a 22.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's a 31.
This was up.
Can I, since I'm dealing with an animal, can I use a social skill to essentially, as we're working on, is interacting socially with the bee versus technologically changing his brain, or do you want technology?
You can use an interaction skill.
Gator Man, Bee Wrangler.
Right.
Next on Discovery Channel.
I said buzz, buzz, not buzz, buzz. Come on. Important.
You're lucky it's a bumblebee and not a wasp, because wasps are immune to intimidation.
Swear to God, Mortis, you play Return to
They're
Innocence
also
one more
immune
time
to,
over
they're
there.
also immune to persuasion. There's evil little. They're just
Wasp
nasty.
desires one thing: violence.
That's correct.
That's right.
Ain't no
Murder her with
pollinating
respect,
nothing.
strength.
I'm here to kill.
Cool. And I guess I'll roll for Doc Simeon. What's his technology skill?
42. I just made that up.
It's probably not that high. He's not an Andy character.
Oh,
Wow.
damn.
Shots fired.
The pimp hand of GMing has just struck.
I mean,
Oh.
I still have PowerPoints left to spend,
Oh,
Alex.
ho, ho. Uh-huh. You called down the thunder. Well, now you got it.
Look, it's not a complaint; it's a feature.
Nice try, French fry.
He doesn't have teamwork. That would be silly. No, he's got
The
leadership.
bananas
weirdly
come in
enough.
bunches.
Jeez.
Oh, I'll give him a +5 for his bananas. They're that helpful, I assume. So yeah, by your powers combined, you're able to forge the mighty helm of bee control. What does that look? What does that process look like as you guys are working on this?
I think Bowman can take apart some of the arrowheads that he brought, bring some of the more, I guess, relatively advanced technology that may be required to alter the mind control helmet in this way, so it runs off of B signal.
I love superhero games.
Your pheromone arrow.
I should have brought that one.
Left my bee arrow at home.
But yeah, he is like he said before, like he's just hoping that if there's some connection between the queen and the rest of these zombies, that this signal wave from the mind control helmet can go through the whole network. So he is purposely trying to boost it as much as possible. And yeah, just putting in his technical help where he can, but Doc Simeon is the one who built this stuff, so he's probably more the expert.
Yeah, Doc Simeon is very happy to lead the endeavor. And he's going through, he's decompiling a couple things, he's working with a couple of the circuits. No longer will this be the banana mind control device, it will be the Benini mind control device.
That's crazy talk.
I'm not enough of a hypocrite to call you out on weird names.
What is playing during this montage? Yeah, what song is playing during this montage?
Told you, Return to Innocence by Enya. Mortis won't stop. It's just on repeat back there.
I don't see that as being on Mortis's playlist. I'm just putting it out there.
Orion Chance, Volume 12.
You invoke pure moods, you will deal with its wrath.
Awesome. Well, you guys have the spell, you have the device. When you get back, Frank has a big pile of tools. He's got a boat oar that's got 2 chainsaws on either side of it. It's got a flashlight with a bunch of diamonds strapped to the top. There's a couple of glass jars that have some bees that he found in them. And he has a Mega Man blaster.
Not sure any of us know what that is. We know what it is. Character-wise, I don't know if our characters would know what it is.
He'll just look at you all. He's got a bandolier of like energy drinks. He's tied his tie around his forehead, Rambo style.
It's an improvement over coffee creamer, so cool.
True that.
Does anybody need to stop at the bathroom before we go down?
No. I don't know that your resurrection power would work for us, Frank.
Couldn't hurt to try, right?
Not really. No rush to test that.
Ahem. She gives you all a look.
I went to Spencer's. There's a Shiwi. You can still take part if that's what you're worried about.
God damn it.
Stars!
I think it works at the stall too. I don't know. I haven't tried that one.
Whatever makes you feel better, Frank.
with some good luck, you won't have to find out. In any case, we've got the ritual, we've got the helmet, so what's our sorry, I was thinking about you. So what's our strategy then? We just get in there, we get the thing on Sophie,
We draw any zombies to us, keep them inside the field as much as possible. Bowman, Gatorman, you guys can work outside of the field if you need to. At least you can do so easier than the rest of us. Well, Centuria too, but the best. We don't want to get surrounded, but bringing them closer to us will make it easier for everybody.
I mean, look, you and me, Bowman, can probably sneak up there while they get him. So yeah, we can get to the queen while they deal with the drones.
yeah, if there's one thing I'm pretty sure I can do, it's get close to Sophie.
Well,
Double on top.
you have two things working against you, Bowman. She's a zombie, and she's probably protected by something of Adrian's. It's probably while you have a better chance than the rest of us of getting up to her unnoticed. I don't know that it's going to be that easy.
Well, then I'll do my best to stay out of sight until we know for sure what is protecting her.
Are we saying this is plan B?
Oh,
I think that.
Oh.
Oh gosh.
Frank, I thought you were going to the washroom.
Oh, I did before I came out with my stuff.
Oh, good.
Well, we got this. Don't worry about it.
Right, if we're ready.
Everybody gear up if you need it. Let's get going.
here we go.
Got this snazzy Tommy Bahama shirt.
So snazzy.
And
No,
we
you
all
have
do our
to
cool
you have to go to
superhero
one of the
pose.
others. You have to go to one of the other stores and get the polo that has the little gator.
Eyes odds.
Yes.
Izods.
Andy, did you not know that was called an Izod?
I could not recall what it was
Sa-
called.
Sadly, it came up the other day with me and my husband in this conversation because someone was wearing one on TV. And we're like, where did he find that?
I feel betrayed. I don't know, Andy, your reputation as an oracle, I feel like just I was kidding.
No idea what these places are.
It's not a place. Oh,
Yeah, it
Canadian
wasn't a
kids
place.
these days. Canadian kids, huh?
Izod is
that
not
not
a
a
place,
store?
it is a people.
It's a brand. It's not a people.
Oh.
It's a lifestyle.
Once upon a time, it was that too.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was also a people, sort of.
Yacht rock.
Yacht rock.
God damn. I keep cringing every time I hear that phrase, but sure.
What, yacht rock or dad rock? Because they're the same thing
Yeah.
now.
Oh, are they? What?
No,
Wait.
no, they're
Oh.
not. That's fighting words. I will.
Damn. This year at the convention, there will be fisticuffs between USP.
I just
Developers.
realized the new work shirt I got is an Izod shirt.
I'm sorry.
They changed the logo. It's not an alligator anymore. It's like I thought it was a dollar sign. It's an IZ. Weird.
Son of a. How could they get rid of the gator? You hear this, Deuce?
Yeah, they made the wrong choice.
They sure did.
All I can picture is Gator Man with Hawaiian shirts and a mustache.
Damn.
Very, very, very Magnum PI.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
my
so
God.
he's got,
Bowman, get the car.
he's got on a pair of very short
Well, now that's
men's
in my
shorts.
head.
Yeah.
Okay, Andy went there. Not good.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Magnum PI, so.
Get the
Gator's
car,
more of an
Bowman, we're Magnum
Everglade
PI
Vice
this.
kind of guy.
Oh man, can we get an airboat?
Fuck yeah, we get an airboat. All right.
Or,
Do we
something
get
that Dark
Gatorman a
Cross-
knife and say, no, that's not a knife? Bang, this is a knife?
It's for the something in the dark crossover.
Oh, I should make Gatorman fight Crocodile Dundee. That would be amazing. Oh, sorry, Miss Violet Violet. This was a disturbing time to join in listening.
Disturbing is optimal. That's how we
All,
roll here.
all must share in the trauma.
It's a feature, not a bug.
Pop It's a national treasure. Don't you deny it.
Snazzy time. Okay. Well, down, down, down we go. You all find an entrance into the tunnels, and sure enough, the place is packed to the gills with zombies. But
Hi, Gil.
Resident, make a expertise magic check for me, please.
Hit oak. 32.
It seems that the power dampening field has a positive effect of pushing the zombies to the side as you guys are making your way down. They seem repelled by it.
Cool.
So you're sort of parting the Dead Sea as you're making your way with everybody.
Downtown.
Downtown, walking fast.
Morris cosplaying as a level 10 cleric.
Cleric of Death.
I ooze.
Oh, man. But yeah, you guys start wandering the halls beneath the mall. And after a time, you make your way through these winding tunnels. Who's leading the way?
Sure enough.
Oh, Gator. Yeah, Gatorman's a good choice. Make a perception check, Gatorman.
29.
Using the amazing power of your nose, you are surely able to find your way to the center of this twisting hive of tunnels, following the smell of eldritches passing through here, and what you are quickly realizing is a Sophie from somewhere in the multiverse. As you make your way deeper and deeper and deeper, you do find yourself in sort of this strangely a almost power plant looking structure in the center of the mall. It's not what you would expect to find down here. It's sort of a 60s retro high-tech power plant, in the center of which is floating a Sophie who is clearly rotting from being a zombie. Hair sort of floating as if she's underwater. She's encased in some sort of mystical cocoon energy field. And there are a ton of zombies just milling around in here. She doesn't seem to react to your presence. Polar Knight says, I love this show, and the men's cam is its every single stage of beard growth.
But we're not in sequence. That's what keeps you guessing.
That's how I'm going to reorder our windows next time we log in. I'll put Cat on one end, put me on the other end.
What's weird is Cat falls somewhere in the middle. It's the darndest thing.
Damn.
I'm not going to tell her you said that, but it is on the internet.
Gonna
She
say,
would
careful
laugh
there,
at-
second husband. She might still kick your ass.
Oh, absolutely would, but it'd be worth it. Okay. We just got to break the cocoon, right?
That's
Right.
the only way we're probably gonna get to her. But as soon as we do anything, she kind of glances around the room. All hell's gonna break loose.
You don't have to break it.
You want to try dispelling it?
It's just gonna pour through.
If you face through it, can you get the helmet on her?
Let's find out.
Careful.
I'll reach out for the helmet.
Pass it over to Mortis.
Everybody be ready just in case.
Gotcha.
This floats up in the air, doing his best Stranger Things, pose. and it'll float over towards zombie side Sophie. Tentatively put my hand on the cocoon and try to push through.
Well, a couple of things happen.
None of them good.
Roll for initiative.
I'm going to give Mortis a hero point
Oh Lord.
as you sort of start phasing your hand through, and there is definitely, you feel the reverberation of Adrian's magic course through the cocoon and into you, blasting you back. As that happens, zombie Sophie's eyes open with the glowing red magic. The cocoon falls away, and she floats up with a screech and a howl, ready to attack and maul anybody in the immediate vicinity. Roll for initiative.
Oh, Cat's not here to one punch the villain for us. Damn.
She's not a vampire. I'm not going to make that mistake anymore.
Do we have to? We don't have to click anymore, right? On
I mean-
tokens to roll initiative, or
Most
You don't
of
have
the
to click. You just go first unless, your wife's here.
what?
Yeah, what, Kevin? Why are you specifically asking that?
I'm facilitating the flow. All right.
Kevin's trying to help everybody who's not Kevin.
Because
See, if
nobody
you-
helps Kevin. Well, it didn't work, so there.
That would be actually a really cool power, Kevin. I'm just saying, improve the initiative to everyone else on the team. Your Speed Force connection.
The super speed wake.
Well, there it is.
I added it on
There it
for you.
is. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh no, I killed Frank. There we go.
Yay!
That was quick.
I'll be back.
Yeah, he's just gotta, run through. He's gotta run all the way down here from whatever bathroom he last stopped in at without the protection of the
Yeah, without the
zombie
zombie
pressing
bubble.
barrier.
Well, hope they have a good time down there. I'm not going back there. Guess I'm going to the movie theater.
Let me just charge up this Mega Buster here.
All right, I think everybody's on there. Deuce, did you roll for
Whoa.
Centuria? Do you need Centuria's character sheet?
Do not have her character sheet.
I would guess that she casts Fist.
Maybe I do now.
It says she's in all players.
Okay, yep. But I have to click on her. It's loading slowly.
Loading. What?
Sign up with it again.
There's another
Hey, it did
18
a
on the
thing.
dice. That's the number of the day.
I only got a 17. I feel robbed.
18 dead civilians under the tree.
All right. Well, Overdrive, you're up first. Surprise.
What do you mean? All right, so how much of all that did I see?
You saw the whole thing.
Okay,
Mortis, did you turn invisible to do that? I guess I should qualify.
Did I turn invisible? No, I don't turn invisible. I turn insubstantial.
I thought you turned invisible and insubstantial, but that's...
No.
Okay.
No, but I do get bonuses to sneaking around when I'm in that state.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
But yeah.
All right. So Sophie is awake and not under control.
And there are lots of zombies around.
And if only there was someone who could grab this helmet out of my hand and drop it on Sophie's head.
Yeah, that seems to be the tactical reality, doesn't it? Okay. So I will try to do just that. I don't know what kind of check you want for that.
It's kind of like a reverse disarm.
Fair enough.
Give me just give me an unarmed attack check to hit, and then we'll go from there.
Reverse disarm.
How about I give you a hero point, because that looks awful. Why is that? Wait,
You can't roll that low, right?
I can't roll that low. What? Oh, roll 20. So my unarmed, my just plain unarmed is not great.
You can use
I
your speed
usually use
attack
my-
to. You can use
My
your.
Fists of Fury.
Yeah,
All
you
right,
can
so
use your-
that, but that's a plus 15, but that's still only a 17. I don't feel like that's gonna do it. So why don't I give you this hero point thingy if I can find it? Oh, there it is, hiding behind the turn order. Nope. And let's go ahead and re-roll that. Let me do the dice roller so it is. Yes, now I can find the dice roller. So oh, there it is. Do. So, of course, it's a little better than 11. So that is a 27 to hit.
That is going
Or
to
place
miss.
it on her. Well, damn. Good thing I spent a hero point. Okay. Next.
As you come racing in, this sort of coruscating scarlet energy.
Actually, with move by action, I will zip over to Centuria. Tag, you're it. And hold the crown out.
Oh my gosh.
How many people could put a hat on a bad guy in one scene?
As many as it takes.
Did not expect this fight to turn into ring toss.
Well, that's what makes it a surprise, Calvin. Nobody knows what's about to happen.
Bowman, do you have luck points now? You have 2. of
I
them,
do. Yes, I have to.
right? Okay. And Deuce, I gave you Centuria's 2 luck points.
Nice.
All right, Centuria.
Banana Queen has the rock. Banana Queen will fly towards other queen and depose her with the new crown.
This is the best Super Bowl ever.
Don't think it's going to hit.
It's not.
So, fly back. Tag Bowman, you're it.
He's got a crown arrow. He can place it on her head with that.
Yeah.
Hell surprise.
Thank you, Kevin. You beat me to it.
Do you have a crown arrow, Bowman? Yeah, but it comes in a little
Understood.
purple bag.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
He got the crown arrow from his friends over in England.
Well, Zombie Sophie's gonna go. She doesn't understand what's going on with the hat that you're all trying to put on her, but she's
It's
gonna...
your birthday.
She reaches out with her hands and puts it on for us. Awesome. Good job, Sophie.
She's going to raise
Here,
her
I'll do it
hands
myself.
and
Brings out the color of your eyes.
put a bunch of red magic lightning on everybody.
Boo.
Boo, indeed.
Do not want.
Everybody give me a dodge check. You're looking for a 25.
Hopefully, my character sheet will handle this.
Does it hit me with me being insubstantial?
Are you immune to energy effects when you're insubstantial?
Questions, whatever.
No, the question is, Alex, does her power affect insubstantial?
No, it does not.
Aha!
Mortis is fine. Frank somehow made that dodge check.
I made that dodge check exactly on the nose, just like Frank.
Well, if you made the dodge check, I need a DC 22 toughness. No, 23. If you failed the dodge check, I need a DC 30 toughness check.
Oh, Lord.
Made it by 1.
Phew, I squeaked it out, too. Barley.
Centuria got a 1.
Oh, it's meant to be.
Did she make the dodge check? Nope.
Deuce.
So she was looking for a 30. She got a 21. That's a miss by 9, but she got a natural 1, so that's a stagger for Centuria.
Yeah, I guess I'll actually use one of her luck points.
It's
Yeah.
DC 23.
Yes.
Yeah, if you passed. Yep.
There you go.
Oh, so 18 would be a bruise.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Frank got a stagger.
Haha! Ow! He steps in a puddle of water. The electricity still electrocutes him.
I hate your universe. Everything in it is so bad. Everything hurts. And yeah, that'll be Sophie's turn. She'll just blast everybody. Gator Man.
Well, let's try and help the bowman. So take a step back, running leap, and trying flying burrito, Sophie. Hiya. Not a chance. Whee!
Whee! Pretty sure I saw the flying burrito in the Royal Rumble this week.
Good times.
So yeah, Gatorman, you sail on by. She's going to use a challenge point at the end of Gatorman's turn to take another attack action. And she's going to focus that malice on Bowman.
She just senses it.
In any universe, all the Sophies know what Bowman has done.
26 to hit Bowman?
No.
They have
Oh.
a newsletter.
Yeah. They get the newsletter. You agilely dodge away. Mortis,
That
your
feels a
turn.
little personal.
They have a group text.
Brains.
The
Mortis,
Sophie
over to
group
you.
Chat. Oh crap. You guys are supposed to have taken care of this already. I just open the problem and then you take care of it, right? That's how it works. What are the hench zombies doing?
They are moving to attack anybody on ground level, but they're not absorbing any energy from Sophie because of your spell.
Yay. Oh, I'm gonna try to take out some of the henchmen
Awesome.
because I don't think my most of my effects are gonna be really super effective against Sophie. So I'm gonna blast a group of them with my ethereal bolts. Why did I roll so badly?
I mean, it hits a zombie.
Yeah, just real like garbage. Okay, cool.
That will take out one of the groups of zombies. What happens, Mortis?
Mortis sees them trying to get ready to start, swarming, and I don't want them swarming Gatorman and Bowman and stuff. So I'm going to start. Let's loose this kind of bluish white bolts of energy, ghostly energy, just slams into them and makes zombie parts.
Excellent. Anything else?
And I'm just going to try to position myself in between the rest of the zombie hordes and my ground-based allies.
That's a good plan. Resonant.
All right, get your bingo cards out.
Hmm.
Insight check for battlefield awareness check. I only need to technically get one group of the zombies and Sophie, so it'd be a -2 to each roll.
Awesome.
So zombies, Sophie. So 32 and a 41.
Sophie does not get a 41. The zombies do not get a 32. You beat Sophie by 41 and 28 is a difference of 13, so you beat her by 3. You're able to find out that she's a higher power level than you, and you can have 3 of her numbers.
I want to know if she has any weaknesses.
No.
Bowman.
Unlucky in love.
Um,
Come
give
on.
me her will.
15.
Okay. And dodge.
20.
Jeebus. Okay. All right, and the zombies?
The zombies, you beat them. 31, 16 is 15, so you're able to find out that they are a lower power level than you, and you can have 4 of their numbers.
Do they have any weaknesses?
Just to getting shot in the head.
Okay. And then dodge.
Their dodge is a -2.
Okay. Attack bonus
+3.
and toughness.
3.
Okay. With that, Resonant is going to pull on the power of her lapis lazuli. Her eyes will become a deep blue, and her hair becomes the color of alexandrite. And I'm gonna drop a glacial crash to catch all zombies and Sophie.
All right.
Not that it's probably gonna matter on Sophie, but zombies, this should be really, really good. So
Yeah, I don't think zombies can even pass.
nope, they need a
No.
DC 24 dodge check, and then another dodge check for the.
They can't roll a 24.
I know.
So you will have encased the groups of zombies in ice.
Defenseless and immobilized.
Sophie! Oh, it's a good thing she has evasion. Wow.
Makes the first one.
She is okay on the, wow.
Good, I got the nat 20 out of the way. Go for
Curses.
it, Bowman. So a prisons of ice basically encase the other zombie hordes that which should buy us time to focus on Sophie.
Awesome. Bowman.
Okay, no pressure.
Big pressure.
Might have to hero point this to add this as a feature, but since the crown, since it was partially made using some of Bowman's technology, can it be attached to one of his arrows?
Is there any piece of technology Bowman works on that can't be attached to an arrow?
No, not at all.
Should have seen the bow pager in the 90s.
It was very awkward to carry around.
Yeah, I'm not going to use an arrow point for that. You're Bowman. Everything's an arrow if you're brave enough.
So Bowman is going to just like attach the crown onto the end of an arrow. I'm assuming it's sort of like a tiara sort of thing with like the back open, but the ring around it like part of the structure of the crown. And he's going to attach onto the front of the crown, and he's going to aim upwards at Zombophie. And he's going to take a shot.
I believe in you.
Ooh, I don't think that's going to do it.
It's not
You
going
need
to do
a
it.
30.
That's why I got luck. Okay. Yeah, I do need a 30. If I use a luck point, I have a decent chance of doing it if I roll with a 31.
Well, that'll hit. Good job, Bowman. Oh, now I got to make a will save.
Yes.
Which is going to be DC 24. Because you guys are power level 14. Ooh, she just makes the 24. It's on her head. You can see the sparks of everything as it's trying to work, but it doesn't seem to have affected her just yet.
There's I don't know if there's anything I can do to make her have to do that check again because we just received the thing. I don't know that we made it cumulative or whatever.
I'm assuming that it's progressive / cumulative.
All right.
You can run over there and try to push the button and make it happen again.
I say technically doesn't have to be homing so that it tries again. Because progressive and cumulative only work if they actually affected it.
True.
Oh, that's true. I guess it has to be homing for that. Yep.
I don't know. Like, I don't think this is
Homing
anything to do.
doesn't even work for that because that's a to hit check again basically, and it's already there.
It's
But-
sticky.
It's one of those weird little spaces between rules.
Yeah, it's the spaces between the rules. That's the name of our next podcast. Shit. Let me double check something real quick.
What I would like to do is just grapple up there and then just keep pressing whatever activation is on this thing. But I don't know that I can do that this turn.
You can go fatigued and try to basically grab her.
Gosh, that's a terrible idea. Yeah, sure. Let's go for it.
So you can try hitting the switch with the boxing glove arrow.
Yeah, that's like, would that work? If it's like, is there something I can do that?
It's going to be a slightly higher DC, but you can try to push the button with an arrow.
Does Bowman make any arrow that can't be activated with another arrow?
This would be a concentration extra. Once you hit with a concentration, as long as you continue to take a standard action each turn to maintain the effect, they must make a new resistance check each turn with no attack check required.
There we go.
That's what we need.
You don't need to worry about doing damage with it, so you can always, do a maneuver to try to get a better shot and, lessen the damage because it's not really a damaging effect.
Yeah.
True, and I do have accurate attack, so let's go for that. Bowman sees that this thing is attached. He sees the energy coming off of it as it's attempting to assume direct control of the zombie bee inside of Zombophie. And his thought is that this thing doesn't have enough juice, so he's going to hit it with an electro arrow.
You're about to attack Harbinger, aren't you, Commander Shepard?
And yeah, I'm gonna accurate attack this. So +5 to, and I'll take the fatigue for now because Bowen moves pretty quick anyways. That's not gonna do it. I will spend the other luck point, and I will attempt again with a 34 total.
And that'll hit again. Let's all go to the lobby. She will suffer the first degree, so she will be dazed as it is starting to take effect.
I'll take that.
Anything else, Bowman?
No, I gotta stick close for the. Well, no, because I don't have to worry about using anything. I'm gonna grapple out of here. Gonna grapple up into the rafters where I belong.
This is where I belong. Frank is going to drink an energy drink and make his stagger go away. Well, I guess we'll see what happens with the heal check. Roll20's rolling the dice. No, he does not remove his stagger. He just gets a stomachache. I'm chugging a Red Bull.
Didn't give him wings.
Gave him cramps.
Bad lactose intolerance from years of drinking creamer.
Should have led with orange juice.
Red Bull and creamer don't mix.
Ugh, God, imagine. Do you want coffee creamer that tastes like battery acid?
Why do you ask?
Overdrive, over to you.
Oh, crap. Right, so the zombies are just immobilized, yes?
And
And
defenseless.
defenseless.
But they're not out of the fight per se.
I don't think they can. They can't make the check to get out of the containment, so they're effectively out of the fight.
Oh, look, I want to punch something I get hit, all right? I'm just kidding. God. Well, I'm going to try and see if I can do some damage to old Miss Sophie with unsympathetic vibrations. So first I gotta reach out and touch someone.
Reach out, touch face.
Oh, okay. Well, take my last hero point because that's a bunch of crap. Bloop. There we go. Let's roll that again. Of course. 34.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alrighty then. So that's bad for her. Unsympathetic vibrations is an affliction. Resisted by dodge. DC 28.
She gets a 38 on her dodge check.
Someone make her reroll. I quit. I'm going home.
You're already home.
Sure. Oh yeah. Remember Centuria. Tag, you're it.
So you come racing up. You level the unsympathetic vibrations into her. They sort of soak into her body, and she redirects the energy as magical.
I hate magic.
I'm gonna use
No
a challenge
offense,
point, and I'm gonna unsympathetic vibrate you back.
That's rude.
Let's see what happens. 22 probably doesn't hit.
No.
All right, Centuria.
I was going to think, what would she do? Oh, heavy blow. That's right. So since she's hard to hit, we're just going to roll an at 20 and we're going to all out for 5 because that's what you do, right? Right.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
leaving you.
Dice don't.
Nice.
That's only a 20.
Which will not hit.
Yeah.
She's got another luck point if you want to push it.
Sure. I don't spend these things on myself. Let other people use them. Hiya. Nope, 28.
28, nope, will not hit. Centuria is rushing in, throwing these massive shockwave-inducing punches, but Sophie's just out of reach. Sophie, on her turn, is going to use some magic on Centuria.
That's rude.
Oh, I don't know. Does 18 hit Centuria?
Yep.
I say it sounds like it's probably just on.
Yeah, give me a...
Gatorman will interpose.
Okay, give me a fortitude check.
Sure. Yeah. 27.
You're fine. This magical energy courses into your body, and you feel like everything is sort of constricting in you before the energy passes through.
It's like my whole body licked a 9-volt.
You were almost feeling like you would become a pair of boots, and then everything's fine.
Weird how that works. Gatorman, over to you.
No, sir. I don't like it. Her will probably be enough to get through it, but let's just try anyway. We're going to try Power Stunt. And let's all out for 5 and see if we can distract her and weaken her will. So, hiya. Nope. Dice are not happy tonight. But sure, hero points for the funness.
Hero points for everyone.
Nope.
22, 27, nope.
That'll miss. And a level of fatigue.
Everybody needs a nap after this. All right. After anything else, Gatorman?
Nope. I'm a sleepy boy.
Mortis, over to you.
Well, seeing Sophie's fighting the effects of the crown, I'm going to attempt to keep her from causing too much problems and wrap her up with my ghostly chains. Or not.
Yeah, 15's not going to hit. You have 3 hero points if you want to spend one of them.
That's what I was just looking at. Yeah. And I roll worse.
That's 24, but 24 still won't hit. So the chains come out, and you see more traces of Adrian's magic pulling the ghostly chains off to the side away from her.
Cool.
Resonant.
All right. Well, Resident hasn't done this for a while, but seeing as how just Sophie is very hard to hit, Resonant is going to pull on the power of all of her gems at once.
Oh no.
She is going to enter her elemental chaos form, in which her hair basically becomes a scintillating rainbow, and her eyes are this bright white blue that just kind of pierce out. And I am going to unleash Elemental Force, which is alternative resistance will and a perception attack.
Editor's note. To see the last person Resonant did this to, tune into City of Destiny on Tuesday nights.
So, no roll to hit.
What do I got to roll to resist?
Will, DC 29.
Yeah. 27.
I hit. I do damage.
Bruise?
Yep.
What happens as you melt her poor zombie brain?
Basically, all of Resonant's elemental magic combine into this tornado of colors that surround the zombie Sophie, and the effect basically just all of the elements jab in at her individually, causing her to take a bruise.
All of this for a drop of blood.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's more than the rest of us did, so.
She's going to spend a challenge point, and she's going
Rude.
to try to hurt Resonant back, because that was bad.
Oh, Bruce, you poor thing.
Holy shit, Resonant's pissed. Hank. Oh, man.
And she'll sort of turn some of her own mystical force back on Resonant with a 33 to hit.
Gosh, yes.
I'll need a toughness check for a 30.
Yeah, we got one we can spend at the very least. That becomes a 30. Actually, sorry, it becomes a 27. So it's a bruise.
Just a bruise. A bruise for a bruise.
Bruise for a bruise.
As the power plant down here is filling with big magic with a capital M.
At least it's within our 120-foot bubble.
Life's
Yeah.
no trouble when you're living in a bubble.
All the zombies in the ice cubes roll their eyes. Bowman. In the rafters.
So I need a standard action for the concentration.
Yes, yep. But you don't have to roll to hit. I just have to roll another resistance check.
Okay. Then narratively, Bowman is shooting another electro arrow.
Excellent. 24, and I've got a bruise now. That's a 31 on this resistance check. So the crown is trying to work its way more power into her, but it's not seeming to have that effect.
There, then Bowman's just gonna go stealth up here.
If we were smart, we would have had a remote that you could just push to activate the button. But alas, it's a Dr. Simeon invention. Wow, you rolled an 8 and got a 32 on your stealth check, Bowman.
So stealthy.
Impressive.
Owen has the same bonus on his stealth that I have on my expertise magic.
That's his magic.
Yep.
I am the knight.
Good shoot.
Frank is going to grab his chainsaw paddle. He's going to pull the cords and he's going to chuck it at Sophie. This is a 20 on every dice.
I wouldn't expect that to be a ranged weapon.
Neither
A
did
reach
she.
weapon, yes, but not a ranged.
He gets an 11 because it is not a ranged weapon. And she grab it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it goes, vroom, the chainsaw comes up and it just clatters off into the power plant.
It's a little unwieldy.
Guys, I think she's slowing down. I think we got this.
You got her. You threw her off her game, Frank.
Overdrive.
Oh, well. Let's see. Attacking isn't doing a whole lot. So I'm gonna give her the shrapnel cone to deal with. That's an area effect. It's strength-based damage, so it is DC 20 for half damage.
She'll take half damage.
Okay, so half of 13 is 6, so it's toughness 21. She can't fail.
She'll take a bruise.
What? Who knew? I finally scratched her. All right,
Her toughness is not great. It's her dodge and parry that's the problem.
that's true.
And her will. But yeah, what happens, Overdrive, is you get a little zombie blood on your hands.
Whoa. That's the beauty of range attack. There's no blood on my hands.
Right?
After zipping around, trying to tag her, put the crown on her, and then trying to hit her with the old unsympathetic vibrations, I'm just gonna vortex up some debris and spray it at her in a cone effect, which seems to have some minor effect. That worked. Note to self: more shrapnel cones, and then I keep moving.
More shrapnel cones.
More shrapnel cones.
Also, Calvin, I resent the implication that Crucible is the problem here.
I'm just saying he's the common factor.
Resemble is the word you're looking for, not resent. Resemble.
Centuria.
Centuria realized the problem. She did all-out attack, but did not also do power attack. So we're going to do both and just roll a natural 20, because it's what you do.
She only needs a
And then
16 to get a crit.
Right, and she's going to imagine that Sophie's got vampire fangs. I saw like one tooth is a little bit longer. Watch.
Wow.
Son of a bitch.
It's a crit, but it's not a nat 20.
For shame.
DC 40, okay.
It didn't hit though.
It's a natural. It's a crit. It hits.
I thought it only hits on a nat 20.
I think improved critical replicates all the effects of a critical hit.
Hey,
I'll double check real quick, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's just a crit.
Just a crit, he says.
that means Centuria was right all along.
Say that out loud again.
Increase your critical threat range by 1, allowing you to score a critical hit on a natural 19 and 20. Only a natural 20 is an automatic hit, however. Damn.
But we're getting there.
Man, I got really excited.
So you need a natural 20 to hit.
Yep.
It's that bad.
With that.
Damn.
Yeah, because that's only a +8 to hit.
Yeah.
And
Unless
even
somebody
with all that
can,
out,
unless somebody can agile feint or something to knock her dodge and parry down a little bit.
I'm busy.
I've been rolling 5s and 7s. I'm working on that.
I'm warming up. Okay. Zombie Sophie is going to telekinetically whip that chainsaw paddle at Gator Man. Yeah. And get a 31 to hit.
That'll hit.
That with the chainsaw, it will be a DC 32.
Okay.
Okay, Gator Man.
On the nosy.
That's what I do. Noses are my thing.
You catch the giant chainsaw.
Gar, 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 gar.
Frank's like, that's what I wanted to do. Gator Man, you've got a chainsaw.
Well, you got a chainsaw in your mouth. You got to use it. So let's leap at Sophie with the chainsaw. It's like having
Lord.
3 gator mouths.
A pack of chainsaw.
Well, all out because that's what you do. And God, told you 5s and 7s aren't going to do it.
Oi. Well, you come leaping forward with the chainsaw. Sophie moves gingerly out of the way. Anything else, Gatorman?
Just continue to be tired.
Need a nap and an orange juice. Mortis, over to you.
I am going to fly over to Resident and say, "Let's do this," and then hold my action so that when Resident's ready to go, we can do a team attack.
Team attack.
Resonance right after you.
Uh-huh.
Team attack.
Fire and magics combined.
Heart. Where did
You want me
get
to be the
heart?
primary since I don't have to roll to hit?
So I'm gonna use you go point. You take point because I'm feeling. Oh, side question. How many souls does Sophie have?
What a question.
It's 0, 1, or 2.
She has 2. One big soul and one little bitty soul.
These have souls.
This one does.
Apparently.
It's a soul queen. Little diva in there.
I'm a soul queen.
All right. Do you want to roll to see how much you aid me by, Jonesy?
Sure. What would you like me to? What exactly are you going to be doing? So.
I'm gonna hit her with the elemental chaos again.
Okay.
So I don't have to roll to hit. It's a DC 20. It's a power rank 14 attack. So as long as you're within 5 of that.
Yeah, all my stuff is at 13.
That cap. Okay.
So.
So just roll high.
Stop it, Alex.
But I got hero points. Jesus Christ.
26 is still enough to aid. So you will add an additional +5 to resonance DC.
Okay. Becomes a 34 will save. Alex.
I can't roll a 34 anymore.
I know.
Yay!
I've got 2 bruises. Best thing is a 33. Watch this. It was not a 33. It was a 25. Which is a difference of 8. That will be a bruise and a daze.
The difference of 9.
9. That's how math works.
Still a bruise in a days, but math.
I don't know how to do math.
Math rocks. Math rocks.
Awesome. Well, yeah, what does it look like as the two of you team up and blast her so good?
The tornado of elemental energy continues to surround her, and I'm assuming it picks up a necromantic component.
Yes, black tendrils of energy just kind of wrap around it and kind of squeeze in on it as it tries to strike her.
Frank is going to go over here. Cool. Bowman.
Once just more concentration, trying to get her to, or at least the bee to succumb to the crown.
She's got 3 bruises now.
Can't believe you called Sophie a bee.
As if the rest of the team hasn't called at least one Sophie worse.
The bee's knees.
Sure.
Get the B in Steam Tunnel 3. Oh,
Wow.
She'll move on to the second level, which is going to be disabled. So she'll be getting a -5 to all of her rolls now that she is the crown is beginning to work its magic.
And Bowman is just going to stay up in the shadows, scoot a little bit closer, just preparing to pounce if need be.
You made a perception check as you're getting ready to pounce up there.
Perception. Ooh, 40.
It was a high DC, and then you went and rolled a 20. You're pretty sure you can see the beginnings of this bee starting to emerge from her nostril.
Where?
Hmm. I can't do anything without exhausting myself, so we still have our comms, right?
Mhm.
Over comms, Bowman's just gonna say, the bee is trying to make its way out. We need it in there for this thing to work.
I got it, says Frank.
hell no.
Actually, do we need it in there? I don't know how the zombie bee works if it flies out.
The bee is what you're trying to capture, ultimately.
Yeah, but we're supposed to use the crown to shut down all the zombies, which I don't know if will happen if the bee just leaves anyway.
Frank is going to
need the bee.
Frank is going to try and tackle her and put a Mega Man helmet on her head backwards.
I guess we'll find out.
There's a 20 on every dice. Nope. He jumps and she just throws him aside.
That tracks.
Kind of like what she did to Bowman.
Wow.
Oh.
That's fair.
Frank's like, Overdrive, you're a tag, you're it.
Okay. All right. So
How many
I'm
pieces of
gonna try
headgear
to-
can we put on one bad guy?
I'm going to try to agile fate her.
Hmm.
So that's an opposed roll. She gets the better of her deception or insight versus my speed ranks. And I rolled up. Okay, I'm over it now. Oh my God, that's awful.
I mean, you still win.
But I'll take it. But I'll take it.
Even with the automatic 1 degree of failure, you still win.
Some days I should have just stayed in bed. Okay, so with my setup 5, I can give everyone else the benefits of the fact that she is vulnerable
She is
till
vulnerable.
the end of my next round.
So instead of a
Now's the
30
time to hit
you
her,
need a
fellas.
25.
What?
So instead of a 30 to hit her, now you need a 25.
Yes.
Wait, what?
That's not how math works. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not how much.
You need a
30 or so
cuts her in
20 instead
half.
of a 30.
So you need a 20
Yeah.
to hit. You need a 20.
Yeah. Until the end of my next turn. Yeah. All right. Now's the time, fellas. Get her.
All right. Speaking of the fellas, Centuria.
Oh, sorry. Well, Centuria is being played by Deuce, so now, Sorry.
Yeah, 5s or 7. Let's see what happens. I'll power attack right in the bean. How do that?
Bean.
Oh, there's the nat 20.
Yes! Always when you least need it, but we'll take it.
Bam.
So that's a crit on top of a power attack, yes?
Yeah,
I need a
Banana Queen is not
45.
happy.
Take that.
Bee's getting out.
That bee just been swatted.
So I've got 3 bruises and it disabled on top of this.
Ooh.
Yes.
Well, I get a 20 versus a 45.
Yeah, you only missed about 25.
Hey. What happens as you knock out Zombie Sophie and free the bee?
Oh, the Banana Queen's pissed. This fight has lasted far too long for her liking. So, begrudgingly accepts Dave's help and just clocks her right in the forehead.
Awesome.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, you smack her. The little bee flies out, and Centuria is able to grab a hold of it before it zooms off. And as poor zombie Sophie falls to the ground, I think that's a good point for us to take our quick break. So we'll be back in just a couple minutes,
Shall return.
and we'll see what happens with the Poor Dead Rising universe. Hello, everyone. Thank you for bearing with us while we ran off for a quick break. Hope you're enjoying this epic knockout drag down fight as much as I am, even though it's over now, thanks to Centuria's liberal use of a natural 20. Yeah, our heroes have vanquished the zombie Sophie, who seems to be the anchor being for all of these zombies down here, and we rejoin our heroes as the Sophie falls to the ground, and Centuria has a bee in her hand.
What more could anyone ask?
Go and take one of Frank's orange juice jugs, drink the orange juice, and put the bee in the jug.
It's like the happiest place for a bumblebee to be.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it starts buzzing angrily, trying to break down the sides of the jar, but it's to no avail.
Have the zombies stopped dancing about?
They're all still frozen in place, so it's a little hard to tell.
Well, that's one problem taken care of.
Take a look at Sophie. See if she's dead, rotting dead, partially dead.
Give me a treatment check. I'll give you a +2 circumstance bonus for having such a good nose.
She smells 31.
Jiminy Christmas, Gator Man.
It's a good
She's
nose.
alive.
Perfect hibernation. Oh, sorry. Wrong movie.
You don't smell any trace of not like rotting flesh or anything on her. She seems to be in a stable state at the moment.
Hey, Resonant, she's alive.
Okay. Well, that's good. Let me see what I can do. I will on the power of my Malachite and give her a heal check.
Awesome.
Let's see. Come on. Back to where I need to be.
Resonant
15.
stops being the most scary disco ball ever.
Yeah, pretty much. 26 on my heal check, which is also energizing and persistent and restorative.
Awesome. You seem to have restored her to some state of consciousness. Her eyes flicker open as she coughs and catches her breath as the magical energy pours in and out of her.
Yep. Resonant will lay a hand on her shoulder.
She
Careful.
sort of recoils instinctively from the touch.
Born sunshine.
Yeah.
Who are you people?
I'm Resonant, and those are my friends. We rescued you from terrible fate.
You're all master mages.
Most of us.
Frank, the camera flashes in her face as he takes a picture.
Frank.
What is the news?
She's just woken
Look,
up.
Jimmy Olsen,
Get that
give
thing
it a
out of her
rest.
face.
Jimmy Olsen. I prefer Peter Parker, personally, but...
Yeah,
Well,
Peter has
he's
the
a
tact
main
to take the
character, not
picture.
an NPC. Oh.
I'm the main character.
Back away, Frank. Please.
Fine, I got zombies I gotta take pictures of anyway.
Just a bunch cased in ice. Still. What's the last thing you remember?
I was dragged out of the dungeons of the Nerian Nexus and infected with that thing.
Do Do you remember anything Adrian said on the way here before he did that?
No, he did it at the Nexus. He didn't do it to me here. But I get flashes of what happened while I was under the influence. I don't think I left the cocoon very often, but there's flashes of attacks across the mall upstairs.
Okay.
And this urge to find these insects, these bees. I was supposed to track down as many as I could.
You
No
had
idea
one in
what
your nugget.
purpose.
Yeah, that was the first one I found. It went right up my nose. I think it's been affected by the magic in me too. I think it's what he was looking for.
Yeah, we can confirm that.
I don't recognize any of you. I don't think you exist in my universe.
Side-eye Bowman.
Who will, I suppose, at this point, grapple down from the roof. You said you were dragged out of the dungeons of the Nerian Nexus?
Oh, it's Bowman.
That it is.
I do recognize you. Although you look less animated in this universe. I'm the Sophie of Bowman, the animated series.
So
This is some more idiot box nonsense. Oh my lord. I can't
so what
even.
you're saying, Alex, is she's drawn like this?
Yes.
I'm just imagining Triangle Bowman.
Yes, Bowman is a triangle. He's wide at the shoulders and narrow at the
It's
hips.
Dorito Bowman.
Oh, and Sophie waifu. Oh,
Sophie waifu.
Oh, I can't.
Wait, no. It's not anime Sophie, so
Are you
it's
sure?
Bowman's fantasy. I'm just living in it.
The enemy Sophie would cast speed lines.
Yeah, Bowman was going to ask, how did you end up in the Nexus in the first place?
Eldritch found me. He promised to teach me how to be a mage, and then when I didn't work out, he locked me away.
how long ago was this?
It's been 9 or 10 years.
I look knowingly over at Bowman.
If it helps, you're not the first one to have gone through that.
I get the sense it's a
Yes.
universal constant that we get screwed over by Eldritch.
He's sure trying.
Well, I want to help stop him.
We can take you back to the Nexus with us. You can help Sala. We still need to track down the rest of the pieces that Eldritch is looking for to stop his plan. And we could use the help. Please let me help. Resonant will
From-
stand up from her kneeling position and offer her hand to Sophie.
She'll gladly take it and let you help pull her up.
Okay.
From behind a bow squint, Bowman just going to see if he can pick up on any lying from this Sophie.
He would have been Bo Boy.
Just a 22 for insight.
Oh, let me roll a deception check for this, Sophie.
That's a
Deception. Hey, wait a minute.
She fails. You get the impression this is the first Sophie you've ever met that's not good at lying.
What? What a gem. She's like nice pool.
Wait, so we've got two nice Sophies.
That doesn't mean the other one doesn't know how to lie.
That sounds like a hint. Oh, jeez.
I think we're balanced out. We got Anti-Sophie and Animated Sophie, and then we had Original Recipe Sophie and Vampire
And extra
Sophie.
crispy. Oh, extra crispy. Oh, no.
Are you sure this isn't Bohm's harem anime at this point? No.
Well, no, not until we get back to the quadruplets.
Wow.
Bowman's way through his
Dang.
why choose face.
Bowman's got Barovian Sophie.
I'm pretty sure that was an evil Sophie. We'll count that one on the evil side.
Oh, okay.
You need to
What's
keep
this
a
great
book with all your girlfriends. Maybe a small black one.
Smells
Jason's
like
got so many moms, but no good parents.
Oh, man.
Bowman's little black book arrow.
I call it the Cupid arrow.
Oh, my.
It's just the Sophie arrow because it's nothing but Sophie's.
I'm gonna start my list of Sophies here.
While we are recovering, take a big sniff, because if Eldritch wanted this, just make sure he's not poised to take it now that it's out. Because I don't know how or when he plans to collect, but being on guard doesn't seem like a bad idea.
Give me a perception check.
35.
You don't smell Eldritch anywhere nearby.
Yeah.
Also, I'm giving everybody another hero point.
Oh, Lord.
For no reason.
For no nefarious
reason.
reason.
What's the worst that could happen?
If I say for no nefarious reason every time, sometimes I'll be true.
Oh, I get
Is
it.
it true now?
Deception through consistency. Yeah, that works though, because my parents were like, you always acted so secret. I said, well, if I only acted secretive when I had something to hide, you'd know something was up. So if I never tell you anything, then obviously you're in the dark where you belong.
Then obviously something's always up.
Not necessarily. I don't have that kind of stamina.
Logic, of
Giggity.
course, says, why does this Sophie have 5 stars next to her name? All right, well, you've got the bee, you've got Sophie, you've got seemingly the zombie situation solved. As you're sort of collecting yourselves, you do hear from the tunnels beyond, instead of just the constant drone of the undead, there's a lot of confused people. Sort of asking, how did we get down here? What's going on? Why do I have blood all over my mouth?
Sounds like they're recovering up there. We should get back up and see if we can find Tracy.
Yeah, let's head back to the mall, or let's head back to the movie theater, see what's going on in the rest of the mall.
Yeah, and in the interest of expediency, as you make your way up out of the tunnels, you do see all across the mall people are sort of reuniting with loved ones and washing their faces and cleaning themselves up. A lot of stumbling around. And as you make your way into the portion of the mall that has the movie theater, Tracy is outside waiting with the survivors that she had gathered. You see Bobby Joe Gentry seems very excited to see Bubba Gump.
Jerry will reluctantly take out the little angel baby.
Please don't make me go back with her.
You make the cutest little sounds because I don't know what you're saying.
Please keep me. Keep me or kill me. Don't send me back with her. Tell the alligator.
Gator Man,
Hmm.
he doesn't want to go back to her.
The Centurion said, well, I'll keep him.
This is an acceptable way to die. But yeah, everybody will gather up. Tracy will run up to rejoin you guys
Run up? How
At-
fast?
at a normal speed. But Dave, you can definitely still feel the wellspring energy coursing off of her.
She's just actively not using it.
Yep.
Okay. Greet her with a
Well-
hug.
Looks like you guys saved the day.
It's early. But you're okay. That's the important thing.
Yeah, I think a lot has changed, and I think we're probably going to want to talk about it when we get home. But I'm
Oh, Lord.
okay.
Overdrive's blood pressure just shot up. The talk.
She sort of looks at you. I have a super speed now. What do we do about this talk? Not any other sort of talk,
Oh,
Dave.
okay. Ooh, don't do that. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Super speed topic. Yes, we're on it.
Yeah. She'll go into super speed to talk to you.
Oh no.
So nobody else can understand.
Everyone else here's like the chipmunk out of the chipmunks on speed. What are they saying? I don't know.
So
Although, can Resonant understand that since she understands all languages?
Yes, but it probably is so fast that she can't.
Hmm.
Because I'm
she
going
understands
to.
it.
We're gonna
I
stick with
understand
it.
what they're saying, or at least the implied presence of it, but I'm not getting word for word.
You can understand, you just can't comprehend.
Probably.
So, Resonant, is Eldritch's magic bubble still around the mall?
It seems to have gone down.
No, I'm not sensing it anymore.
So we want?
I mean, he came here for the bee. It seems weird he'd abandon his prize.
Unless something else drew his attention away, something that he could do while we got this one. We might have just traded one for one, and hopefully that's all we traded. With everything he stole from us back at the Nexus, at least having this piece out of his hands, it's a step in the right direction. But it's not going to be enough. We're going to, whenever we get to a final confrontation with him, we're just going to have to make sure he doesn't have all of the pieces.
All right, so we'll take the win when we got it. We got the win on this one. But Frank, you're all safe. Pat him on the shoulder.
He sort of looks. Yeah, I guess it is. I've never seen the credits roll before.
And you don't have to wake up at a toilet every day. How great's that?
Well, I
Nice.
mean, most people pee before they wake up, right?
Before.
When they first wake up, not before.
Oh my God. What the hell? Just when you thought the conversation was normal.
No, you stay in here and we'll gather up our little miscreants, or be coming back with?
I mean, with all the zombies gone, I guess they don't really need a hero in this universe right now.
maybe not a hero, but they still need a journalist.
You probably still need my help to deal with this Eldritch character.
You might be the anchor being. You might need to stay here. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Give me a persuasion check, Overdrive.
Do. 24. Slightly above average.
It is slightly above average. He also gets a 24.
Son of a.
Could Bowman offer some assistance here because of his sort of background, since his father did own a
No.
maybe actually.
He probably did.
A newspaper.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an assist check, Bowman.
Oh, I forgot how low my persuasion is. It's after 9 o'clock. Nothing's gonna kill us now.
Oh, geez. Don't say that out loud. You know how it gets.
How he gets. Got to find out how I get.
Nothing happens after 9 o'clock.
But Bowman's just gonna say, I know a thing or two about the news business. My father owned a newspaper, and these people are coming out of something very terrible and confusing right now. They're gonna need someone to inform them about what really happened here.
That's a persuasive argument. Although it does feel like I'm missing the story of the multiverse, like the most important story that was ever a story. But if you need help, I'm around.
We know where to find you.
Don't call us, we'll call you. This is our colleague, Frank West. And yeah, Frank will go and rejoin the Dead Rising people, and he'll start taking statements and taking pictures and getting ready to go break this story.
Gather up Doc Simeon and Abracadaver and turn over the strikingly handsome Mexican man to Frank.
Oh yeah, Carlo, you're going to jail.
Not coming with us. He's yours.
And if there's nothing else, the Earth Prime people can head back to Earth Prime. The Earth Prime people and Sophie. And we'll leave poor Frank West behind there to go deal with zombie things in Dead Rising 2. Electric Boogaloo. Awesome. Well, with a pop and a hiss, you guys have returned back to the orrery inside the Nerian Nexus, and you're free to check in and do what you feel is right. You've got the Queen. Centuria will take it down to the storage area for the Centurion Prime parts.
We should probably make sure we didn't bring anything infectious back with us.
Mystical decontamination in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, the house will check you guys for contaminants and isolate anything that needs to be isolated.
I don't understand how this zombie fits into the Adrian plan, but you know.
Nearest I can figure, a passive instrument to search for what he was looking for while he dealt with other things, and a deterrent for us if we came looking for it before he'd found it.
Yeah, Salo will arrive and say, well, what he was looking for on that Earth was something called the Queen's Will. So maybe the bee has some sort of willpower that it can imbue to the Centurion Prime to help with the control of the people of the multiverse.
Did manage to control 53,000 zombies.
A little bit of magical tweaking, and maybe it's people.
Yeah. You also notice that one of the Earths on the orrery has turned black since last time you left.
That's not good.
Sulla, do we know which one that was?
That's Earth 2142, the world of steel and sorcery. Sort of Earth Prime 1602.
And Eldritch has already recovered the Grail of the Divine.
I would assume so, if the planet's gone dark like that. Does mean we only have 2 worlds left. 2 last pieces to find, and he'll sort of pull up 2 planets. These golden orbs come down. He'll say, this is Earth 323, the world of plastic and imagination, where he's looking for the spark of creation. And world 1107, a world of glass and light.
We had that McGinnis kid from that one, right?
Yes, that is where McGinnis is from, Earth 1107. Who has been doing a wonderful job as a hero here in Freedom City while you guys have been gone. Although I did tell him he would probably fit in better in Farrowburg.
Sure he would. Well, how soon can we get over to these other Earths?
I mean, I could send you to one now if you're up for it, but
I think we need to take a couple of hours, figure out where we're going to go, rest a little bit.
I think that's wise.
Do you have any idea which one you want to go to, Resonant? And we can either talk to Toy Eldritch or McGinnis.
Yeah, I think there's also the notion that whatever world you guys go to, Eldritch will probably go to the opposite one.
Seeing as how it feels like he took out the other world while we were gone, that's probably a good bet. I hate that he's been a step ahead of us or more this entire time. No matter what we do, we seem to be on the back foot.
We can always split up and try to do 2 at the same time.
Oh Lord.
That seems ill-advised.
Yes.
I'm worried about facing Eldritch as a full team, let alone only at half strength.
Backup we can take with us.
Well,
You have or do you have like a magical staple? Like whichever team encounters them, it sort of nails them down and summons the other team, and then we just bum rush the show. I don't know how that works. Like a magical bear trap or something. I don't know. I don't know how this magic stuff works.
I don't know. I can do some research. The house probably has something, but we need the Nexus as the go-between point to get from multiverse to multiverse. I don't know that there's a way to move from a multiverse Earth to another one without coming back to the Nexus. But I can look into it.
Sala volunteers to help look into that too.
The rest of you should take some downtime. We'll meet up in a couple of hours. We'll talk about where we want to go. I'm sure McGinnis wouldn't mind going back to his world and dealing with the problem there.
Most likely.
I don't know. Bruce hasn't yelled at me in a whole week.
Hmm.
I mean, helping someone take back their world is a little bit different than just showing up and dealing with a problem on a world. Both are necessary at this point, but I mean, we can talk about splitting up too. I don't know that I'm a fan of that idea.
Yeah, I'm not really. I don't really like that idea much either, but we can at least discuss it.
Yeah.
But if anything, though, Eldritch might be, as you said, one step ahead of us, but he does keep underestimating us. He thought that taking away the team's powers would work, and clearly it didn't stop us from doing what we had to do there. So I think we still have that advantage at least.
That's true. His I wonder if he still thinks of us as kids, honestly. I mean, we've been through a lot in 10 years, and those of us that he knew before he disappeared, we've changed a lot. But at some point, at some point, I think he's going to move. He's either going to recognize that, or he's going to be willing to do whatever it takes to move beyond that, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm bringing down the mood. We actually
No,
did get
it's
a win, so
it is a good point, and you're right. He's probably going to, when push comes to shove, he's definitely going to push. But I still think he doesn't understand how strong we are together, and I think that's going to work out in our favor.
I believe so. I believe that's our greatest strength in all of this. Everything that we've been through, everything he's put us through in this whole endeavor, everything we went through with Una, it's forged this team, this friendship, this family. And she's got that kind of that shy, awkward smile when she says family. I wouldn't want to go through this with anybody else.
I don't think anybody else could do this.
Oh. Sol and I'll go research. You guys handle what you need to here for a couple of hours. We'll meet up, we'll talk about where we're gonna go next.
Bowman will just give a cool guy nod before he heads off.
Cool guy nod.
See you shortly.
Well, got a couple hours, only one thing to do.
Eat.
Walk into the kitchen.
I was gonna say, make a giant meal.
All right, plates. Go time.
The biggest meal.
All right, Alex, what would you like for the research roll?
A library use check. Expertise magic.
Investigate. Expertise
Not
magic?
very.
Okay.
Yeah, or investigate. Investigation or expertise magic.
Wits
Well,
plus
I have a
uniqueness.
better score on one than the other, so I'm gonna pick the one with the higher score.
Yeah.
And it's a 43.
Well, with a 43, you got a 19 on the dice. Whew.
Yep. Would have been a 31 with investigation. But
Well, with a 43, Resonant, you are reasonably sure you could create, especially using Dave as sort of the go-between, you could create a device that could ping into multiverses so that somebody would know to rush over and help the other team.
but no way to skip having to come back to the Nexus to go to that multiverse.
No, but Dave could get there real quick with his speed wake.
Right. Okay. All right.
You think it would
That's
be
enough.
like instantaneous, like it would take 1 or 2 rounds of combat.
Got it.
An eternity.
It's a long time for the people getting beat up by Eldritch.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good to know.
You cross the gutter and into the panel box, the next panel box, and then
Oh, just let me break the fourth wall here
Excuse me.
in the comic panel. Just step out of one and right into another.
It takes however long it takes Kevin to drive to your house from his house.
Hey.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Not the way he drives.
He has to cross the long state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
It's a long drive no
It's
matter
so
how fast he
long.
goes.
Yes.
Why is Pennsylvania so wide?
Oh, why can't Ohio be where New Jersey is? I mean, I'd be there.
Okay,
Like that.
for everyone complaining about driving across Pennsylvania, go drive across Texas and get back to me.
I mean, that's a fair point. Well, depending on which portion of Texas you're driving across.
Or driving from North California down to Southern California.
That's a long way.
Yeah, it's a long drive, yes. All right. Well, that's what Resonant and Sulla are doing for a good long time, is researching that information.
Yeah, you guys have like 3 Sophies now you can add to the team if you want to split up.
We can send a whole-
Legion of Super Sophies. I don't know. That doesn't have a good reason.
Technically, one of those is tasked with helping the Freedom League.
Yeah, and that's the one we don't want.
Yeah, right.
You could probably round up a couple more Sophies and just have a whole team of Sophies go deal with them in one of the universes.
Sophie Squad.
Except if the Sophies go to the universe with Eldritch, they're all just gonna get screwed over.
They all just
Yeah,
they all get murdered by Eldritch.
If Sophie has a weakness other than Bowman,
It's Eldritch.
Damn, that's sad. So Gatorman's making a big meal. Overdrive, what are you doing for the next couple hours? before
I
your
guess
next
I
jump?
should seek out Tracy and have that Speed Force talk and see if the Wellspring is still reading as being attached to her.
As a matter of fact, it is still reading that way.
Now that we're not in a universe playing by Eldritch's rules, do I feel as though I could safely detach her from the Wellspring and she could go about her merry speedster-free life, or is that risky and dangerous?
It sounds like something that's risky and dangerous to me.
Okay.
It's definitely something you can attempt to do.
Yeah, I figured you put it that way. So I guess, I'll just see what the conversation with her goes like. Like, what is she? Because she says she doesn't want the. So, I mean,
Yeah, you catch up with her in the Nexus after getting back, and you see she's gone off to a portion of the house that has room enough to run, and she's been running back and forth trying to run off some of this extra energy. And yeah, there's a lot of frustration and anxiety washing off of her.
so Tracy, like, I mean, out of character, I don't know how she got connected to the Wellspring in the first place, do I?
In turn, you don't either.
So Deuce, settle down over there.
I said
Um,
nothing.
It's in the chat. I see it. Yeah,
Hoisted
so-
by my own petard.
So, I mean, the speedster life isn't for everybody. I mean, there might be a way for me to disconnect you from it, but it's risky and dangerous, and I'm not a doctor. I don't know if you want me doing speedster surgery. Do you want me to train you how to deal with it until maybe we figure out something that's safe? I
That's
mean, that way at least it's not.
that's probably the best move. I don't think we should do anything risky, like hasty. Although I feel like we do everything fast now, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't have to.
I'll, you know, I will deal with this until you're done with Eldritch, and then we can look at how we can untangle this.
I mean, we have a couple hours, and I mean, I would find it relaxing to help put your mind at ease. So, I mean, I can try to teach you how to sort of not. I mean,
You know, we have a
I
couple
kind of like
hours.
living.
There's
I kind of like living fast, but like I recognize there's times when you don't want to do that. So,
well, you know, we do have a couple hours, and I have always wanted to know what it's like for you.
okay.
She sort of looks like here, or do you want to head home real quick?
I mean, we have a couple hours. We could head home if that would make you feel more comfortable. I mean, if you're already not feeling comfortable as a speedster, I don't know that hanging out in a magical extra-dimensional clubhouse is helping. So maybe familiar territory would make it a little easier for you.
And she sort of smirks at you and says, "For last one home is has to work the hardest."
Sure.
And she will run you off into a fade to black.
Off we go.
Bowman, where are you going for the couple hours?
Bowman has several plates spinning. First
They're
priority,
called women, Bowman.
Wow.
Dang. First priority is checking in on Jason. Just making sure he's okay. How long have we been gone relative to prime time?
It's only been a couple days since you guys left for this trip.
Okay. So then checking in on Jason, checking in on Auntie Sophie, and then doing what he can for the investigation around Project Custodian and those missing people.
Awesome. Jason is okay. He's doing podcast stuff.
Fair enough. Yeah, he's at school. He's good.
Yeah, he's having a great time with his boyfriend. Auntie Sophie seems to be settling in here at the Nexus. And she's helping where she can. Sala in particular, she's helping maintain the house and bringing him research material and trying to distract him from the Adrianness of it all.
Bowman will say, we ran into another Sophie out there. Another one who got screwed over by her Eldritch.
We're going to need membership cards.
Something like that. She was apparently kept imprisoned for about a decade, so...
I'll help. I'll see that she gets settled in.
Okay.
She's probably going to need to talk to the door.
Speaking of that, actually, don't you need to check in on that pocket dimension of yours?
I've been checking in on it.
Okay. I was worried because that was the whole thing. I don't want anything to happen to the door.
Yeah, he's been asking about you. He
I-
wanted me to remind you that your success hinges on good mental health.
I've been busy, but I do have a... As he looks back to where the team had just met, I do have a support system here. I've got people I can rely on. So I think I'm okay for now.
Good. He said if you weren't, then I should knock her some sense into you.
I promise it'll be very obvious when I'm not doing good.
He loves door puns. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's... I mean, if you have a thing.
Yeah, I guess you would understand branding.
I mean, I'm the one who makes the vehicles. I get to name them.
And you went with Bowmobile.
I mean, I had other names I could go with, but there was really only one choice.
What were some of the other names that you came up with, just to hear them out, just for posterity's sake?
Oh, well, there was the Broadhead, there was the Arbalist, there was the Bracer. I had a whole bunch of these written down.
I mean, it's no champion chariot.
Is that Titan City kid still here?
Ooh, the Challenger chariot. Ooh, he gets a sidecar. Yes.
The Challenger sidecar.
He'd be so mad.
Goes on the champion cycle.
Champion chopper. It's got to have alliteration.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
Back on board.
Yeah, he'll just say, I gotta go handle something really quickly, but if you need anything, let me know.
Yeah, I did. I met up with the girls at Project Custodian. They seem nice.
Yeah, honestly lucky to have them. Just glad to have somebody keeping that place going while I'm away.
Do you know one of them is magic?
What? No, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, one of them is magical. I could sense it on her.
What sort of magic are we talking about here?
I can't believe you don't do background checks.
Well, I did, and nothing came up.
I guess magic wouldn't come up on a background check.
Also that.
I mean, it's just general sorcerer stuff. Sort of the same school of magic as Eldritch and me. Whatever the Earth Prime version of the Vishanti is.
Well, that's good to know. You help out here. I gotta go.
Okay.
And Bowman is now very distracted because he is going to go do some research.
You said that was perfume.
Nice.
So we leave poor Bowman off to go check on what's going on with Project Custodian. Centuria is going to go take Bubba Gump back to the Centuria lair and get him settled in with Brutus. Ooh, the Quiver Car, says Logicore. But car with a Q.
I'm into it, but it's not the brand.
Mortis, where are you off to?
I'm going to see my fiance because I haven't seen him in 10
Cool.
episodes or something.
Damn. Yeah, he is happily at home, hanging out with Medea. The two of them are cozied up when you walk in the door, Derek. And he'll jump up, he'll run and give you a hug. I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Well, for good or for bad, the evil undead zombie bee was dealt with pretty fast. What has happened to our lives?
Medea's like, wait a minute, did you say zombie bee?
Yes.
I think... Did you go to the same place Doc Simeon went to?
Yes.
Oh, he was talking about that at the last Crime League meeting.
Yeah, we it was zombie bees that infect people and turn them into zombie-like creatures, and yes, it was a strange mall. What kind
You
of
were
mall
at
is
a
it?
you were at a mall. That's right. It was like an old school mall too, like a real mall, not just a dead strip mall.
And for some reason, a giant park in the middle of the mall. Yeah, it was weird.
It sounds awesome. Well, and yeah, both of them will sort of bring you in, and they just want to talk all about what happened.
So yeah, and I will promise them the secrecy, but I'll tell them everything about Banana Queen, which of course will not stay secret. But
Oh, Medea is about to dish all that gossip everywhere.
first she is.
Waiting to see what's for dinner.
Oh no!
Bananas
And
Foster.
I love bananas Fosters. Oh, that's so good.
a little slice of banana bread and a.
Oh, it's all in honor of our previous adventure. The Auntie's pretzels for appetizers, duck à l'orange Julius, a nice Olive Garden salad. Be great.
And you hear your family. Nick will also let you know, Derek, that he's been holding on to some wedding planning things to do together. Then he'll pull out the wedding binder, and he'll go through some things. What are some things you think that he's left for Derek to help decide?
I'm sure it is a debate about DJ versus live musicians.
Nick is arguing for ghost musicians.
And then probably giving him a hard time because he still hasn't decided, hasn't asked anyone to be his best man yet. So
Yeah, Nick. Yeah, that's rough for Nick. Nick's like, I would pick you to be my best man, Derek. In any other circumstance. Do you think Medea would be my best man? I shouldn't ask her that way. She wouldn't like that.
best maiden.
Yeah, I wonder if she'd be down for that. Because who are you going to ask?
No.
And who should we get to officiate? Are we still, like... I was thinking gatekeeper might be good for that, but...
Possibly. I mean, yeah. I haven't, with the shifting date and everything, because, well, impending doom, multiverse. Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe Sala could do it. Sala would be good for that, you think?
Possibly.
Or Lantern Jack.
I don't think so.
He's probably busy. I think we should still send him an invitation, though, because I think he'd probably show up.
Well, yes, he should be invited. If nothing else as a courtesy.
And Nick will very happily chat about anything and everything for the next couple of hours.
We start going over some of the other wedding guests, and well, obviously your father's not invited. That kind of thing.
Yeah. Obviously not.
But like, do we invite the kids in the Claremont Academy? Do we invite the Stormbreakers?
We would invite Daedalus, but he's going to be kidnapped by the time that's for the wedding.
I do not want that to be my bachelor party. Is go rescue Daedalus again.
You don't want Daedalus to be kidnapped at your wedding either.
Fine, I'll put someone else in the cake.
Oh yeah, Gatorman can bake the cake. That's so nice. He's a 2-time bake-off winner.
2 times.
Awesome. Speaking of Gatorman, you're preparing dinner for everybody before our next jaunt. I think that's where everybody will reunite to discuss where we want to go next.
So at dinner, when Gatorman has served us his mall spread, I'm assuming.
Oh yes, it's punny and delicious.
It's a Malcurie board.
uh, so
I want a pretzel now. Damn it.
we've got two choices. I'm of the opinion of helping McGinnis and going to his world. What do you guys think?
I I don't have a problem with that at all. It's just I don't want to doom the other world, but we do need to choose one, and I think McGinnis can at least guide us around.
I feel like we'd be a little lost going to the other one, especially with nobody from that world being here.
We've got Toy Eldritch.
Well, that is a good point. That is his world, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Hey, look, I'll do whatever you want on it, but personally, nah, I think we got this. You're tired of being on the back foot? Let's not. Let's take it right to him. We split up, we start looking, we find him. When we find Eldritch, we hit the panic button, we come together, and we fight him off. But this time, we give up nothing. We go head first, we beat him, we stop him, we take them both, and he gets really pissed about it. You're right. He may know at that point we're not the little kids he thought he was screwing with. Let's teach him a hard lesson and then we'll deal with him. You can do it. We can do it. We're not holding back anymore. Let's win this one.
We can't. Sulla and I figured out we can't go from multiverse world to multiverse world without coming back through the Nexus. So the only problem with splitting up is we only have one speedster that can get us from one multiverse world to the other quick enough to help. And it's not going to be instantaneous. If Overdrive goes with the team that encounters Eldritch, he's going to have to zip over to the rest of us and zip back, and that will take a little bit more time.
Look, I'm not going to say I can survive for an hour on end, but I can go a couple rounds and let him knock me around. When you get back, if y'all don't start with me, pick my dopey butt up and we'll keep fighting. If it's Centuria, she's tougher than I am. She'll last a couple of rounds with him, but I think we can hold off long enough for us all to come together.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. It definitely throws a wrench into his plans if we end up in both locations.
That's right. And he's not going to see this coming because he thinks we're going to be a little more cautious. So let's do the wrong thing and make it the right thing.
What do the rest of you think?
I mean,
Yeah.
the internet's making a pretty good argument here.
Yeah.
See, look at all those smiling faces. It's not
He's
just for
snapping
dinner.
nothing but truth. He's snapping nothing but truth.
Let's do it.
Mortis?
I just wish we had a little bit more firepower that we can go with. But
Well, maybe we can. We've got
we know Terry. Is there any allies that Terry can reach out to once we get there?
maybe, and Toy Eldritch may have some friends, but we have a couple of worlds that we have heroes that we saved. I mean, some of the Avengers are still left. We could see if they'd be willing to come help.
A couple extra Sobies if you want to build a magical attack nuke, whatever you need.
We could use more magic backup.
And they'll
Yeah.
feel great about it because then they can get a little shot back at Eldritch. I'm sure they're raring for the shot.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's 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 see who we can pull in, and then we'll divide up teams.
All right, go. Let's get excited about it.
I think it's really
Centuria
more
will
this meal that's
also
helping.
Centuria will also point out if we need another speedster, we could always bring Davy and have two Daves.
Would she point that out?
She's not here.
Fair enough.
She might put it out and then immediately regret putting it out. But
Yeah. Hmm.
I
That
mean, that's a
would
good thing.
help.
If you put an Overdrive and a Davy on opposite teams and you guys can, I don't know, high five through your speed tunnel or whatever, that might get us together quicker.
It's true. Speedster on each team will facilitate
Well, I'm gonna
getting
need
the
a little
band
bit
back
of
together.
Scylla and I'll need a little bit of time to make the device that can, or make the ritual that can warn the other team across the multiverse. So, because we're gonna need two of them.
Well, it gives the rest of us time to recruit some allies, so that's good.
Yeah.
And gives Bowman time to go check on what's going on with that magic chick who's working for him now.
Oh, he's got the bow computer running automatic checks at a higher intensity. Because he only had a couple hours.
And it gives me time to figure out who's going to be on the teams and talk about that behind the scenes. So, as our heroes decide this reckless plan of attack that I'm here and I love,
Reckless?
Reckless. Wow.
I
That
think
hurts.
that's probably a good point to call it a night. So, thank you everybody for hanging out here with us tonight. I can't wait to see what this split is going to look like, what kind of friends we're going to bring on board. Yeah, our heroes know lots of people who can come and help. So, maybe we'll even open it up as a question over on the public Discord to be like, who do you think should join up with our heroes? Just to see what our choices are out there.
And if that doesn't show you how committed I am to this plan, I agreed on a second speedster.
That's true.
That's how you know the world's ending.
there might be a set of twins that'd be super useful right now.
Logicor is volunteering to come with the team.
If they
Yes.
if they can take themselves away from the moon, there might be a couple of twins that could,
We can always
I'd-
take another supervillain on Squad B. It's fine.
I don't know that one of those twins made a very good first impression with the Freedom Link.
That's okay. We're looking for cannon fodder.
Damn.
Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna give everybody a chance to plug anything they want to plug. Say goodnight. I'll give some announcements, and then we'll get out of here. And I'll start with Jonesy.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. I love playing with these guys. It's so much fun. I do definitely want to make sure Kat gets all the rest she needs and gets over bronchitis because I want her back next week so we can beat up some Eldritch. Thanks for tuning in. And with that, I'll kick it over to Kevin.
Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Where we almost had to show a little respect for speedsters. So the apocalypse is definitely unfolding as we speak. No, it's always good to get back
Character
together with
growth.
these guys. So yeah, between the craziness of life and illness, it's been a little while since I've sat down the virtual gaming table. So it's good to be back, and we'll hope to see all of you and them next week. Kicking on down to Gatorman.
Thank you so much for watching. However you do, those who watch us live, always appreciate it. Those watching after the fact, leave us a comment. Tell us what we did well, what we did poorly, what you do instead. It's always great. Fun things to say. One, don't forget, if you want to get yourself some cool swag for the new year, use code USP Norse at Norse Foundry and save yourself a little bit extra money. And, try the game out yourself. Have some fun. Just don't play a speedster. You know how that happens? I can tell you how. It's Kevin fact number 415 as we're continuing on with this year. Kevin, in his youth, became a fan of speedsters as his avid collector of Traxxas slot cars. That's what started it. Now you know, stay away from slot cars. Otherwise, you end up like that. So, yeah, Calvin, go for it.
Wow, I never knew.
It's
Me
right.
neither.
You've only got a whole nother year of these comments, so let's see that.
Oh Lord, it's only February.
Oh man. Yeah, I have no idea what we're gonna do next, and that is always the best part of this game. So yeah, if you are on the YouTubes, please check out the Win with Dice channel, where we have weekly tabletop RPG podcasts and gaming streams. And also, Bowman has never made a bad choice in his life. With that, we'll pass it to Andy.
Lying arrow now?
Calvin, I thought I was the gaslighter in the group.
No.
I mean, he does play a Moon Twin, so.
There's
Hey,
that.
everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. However you joined us, as mentioned before from all of our, from everybody else that went before me, I don't really have a whole lot of extra to add. So, come back next week, same Mutants and Masterminds time, same Mutants and Masterminds channel, and we'll see you then. Alex?
Awesome. That's my line, Andy. But yeah, announcements. Tomorrow we'll have a new episode of the Titan City Serials available anywhere you can find podcasts. We're going to get into our first combat finally. So after a few weeks of build-up, our heroes have infiltrated the Children of Adam, and they are ready to throw hands now that the Mysterious Boy is not astrally projecting anymore. So it'll be a good show. Tuesday, we'll be back with City of Destiny as we look into what's been going on with Keone and Crucible's various family members. And then we'll be back here next Wednesday to see how this split goes and see how sane we'll all be able to stay. So we'll see you all next time. Please make good choices. Like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things to help let people know we're here and we're telling fun stories. And we'll see you next time.